Right, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can deal with the biggest problem that your lawn might face this winter, and that is to do with lawn disease. I'm going to be going through a few different methods that you can use to actually combat this problem, because it's more about preventing the problem than it is just curing it. In order to tackle the problem effectively, it's important to first know what actually causes the disease in the first place, and simply put, it's just moisture on the grass leaf. For disease to thrive in your lawn, it has to have that moist environment, and quite often through the summer, disease isn't a massive problem because the sun comes out, it evaporates the water off the grass leaf. However, in the winter, particularly if you've got a lawn like I have where it's sat in the shade for pretty much the entire day, there's really no way for that dew to be able to escape off the grass plants. So if the sun can't do the job for us, then we're going to have to do it ourselves. And the first method is really straightforward, and that's just simply using just a regular landscaping brush, or any garden brush for that matter, to knock the dew off the plants. You don't want to be going absolutely agadoo and being aggressive on the plants. All you're going to want to do is just brush across it as lightly as you can. I mean, you can clearly see the colour difference already. If you zoom in on these fellas here, you can see all that moisture kind of lingering about. And then we come over to this side and oh, look at that, lovely jubbly. So again, it's making it harder for the disease to be able to take hold. And what's quite nice about using this method is that if you like having lawn stripes on your lawn, then you get some nice December stripes. However, this method does come with a bit of a problem if you do it at the wrong time or in the wrong way. And that problem is if you already have disease on your lawn. The way it'll spread is it'll produce spores, and those spores will be carried around and past the different parts of the grass. If those spores are already knocking about and you get on, do what I'm doing now, and actually brush the lawn, what you can risk doing is carrying those spores from one part of the lawn to another, and then you're causing those spores to be able to take hold, to create that disease in other places. So you're going to go from having disease in one patch of your lawn to having disease in multiple places. And the same kettle of fish goes for if you use a rear roller in the summer and we have kind of a lot of cloudy days with a lot of rain happening, and all that heat and all that moisture causes disease. And if you use a rear roller, you spread that disease even further. Kind of had a little bit of that problem on my front lawn earlier this year. So the key question might be, well, how do you know if you've got disease in your lawn? Well, you'll have patches of discoloration, kind of a bit of a yellow colour, bit of a sort of orangey sort of shade to it. If that's the case, then there's a second method we can use to make sure that we don't spread that disease too far. So if we just do a quick before and after now, you can see that the difference is massive. And again, if we just get in right over the top now, you can see that the moisture level is nowhere near what it was before. So the second method you can use is to just simply use a leaf blower. Now, no, not everyone has one of these, but if you do, this is going to do a few things. It's firstly going to blow the dew off the actual grass blades, but secondly, it's not going to spread those spores too far. Now, it might push them from sort of one plant to the next, but it's not going to take them from, let's say, that far side and drag them over to this one, like what would happen with the brush. But again, if there's no disease from the get-go, then there's not much of a risk of that anyway. And again, if you just do a quick before and after, you can see that it's a really quick and easy way of just knocking that dew off those plants, arguably a lot faster as well than using the brush. And you're not going to get the stripes with this, but I guess some people might say that the stripes down there were a little bit wonky and didn't necessarily look the absolute best. It probably goes without saying, but both of these methods are best done really when you've got pretty much a dry day, because if it's chucking buckets all day and you knock the moisture off, then the rain's just literally going to replace that moisture on the grass plants. And in that regard, you can't really do much. But if you have like a dry day like we do today, or a dry couple of days, then it's definitely worth getting on and doing it, because like we already said at the start, it's about prevention. If we prevent the problem, then in the future, we're not going to have to actually cure the problem. And there we go. Again, just a quick before and after. You can see there's a massive difference in the moisture level on the plants. So they're the two sort of simplest ways to actually prevent their disease from taking hold. But there's also one other method you can use as well, and that's using a product like this, which is soluble iron. Now I do have some videos on my channel already sort of dedicated towards the ins and outs of using this, but just in simple terms, it's going to make your grasses darker green, but also it's going to start to dehydrate the plant. What iron will do is kind of draw the moisture out of that leaf. So as well as actually getting on and brushing off the dew or blowing it off with the leaf blower, this is going to be that extra little bit of protection you can add to make your grass that a little bit more resilient. And it is something you can apply now and pretty much every month in the run up to, let's say, the start of spring, around sort of March, April time. And just one other thing to mention as well, you are much better with the soluble iron rather than the pre-mixed liquid iron, because the soluble stuff, which is what I'm using today, is around about 3 times as strong as the pre-mixed stuff. So it's around about 20% or so, give or take, of iron, and that's exactly what's needed to actually tackle sort of any moss problems, but also in our case today, any disease problems that you might have. With the lower percentage pre-mixed stuff, that's really there just to darken the colour of the grass, but we want to go a bit of a step further today and actually tackle some lawn problems. And in case anyone's wondering, we've got a planter at the front here because we've had a few issues with delivery drivers this winter driving across the lawn. And as you can see, we've got a bit of a dark patch here where one's actually hit the planter not too long ago. So there we go. They're the 3 most important things you can really do to your lawn over the winter to actually keep it strong, to keep it resilient, and to get the best chance of looking boss come spring, meaning that you're going to have to do, hopefully, a little bit less renovation work to it, because we're just trying to give the grass a bit of a nudge, a bit of protection, so that the actual plant itself can do all the work. So if you have found this video enjoyable or you found it useful, then consider giving the video a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Around the screen now there's going to be links to other videos that you can go and check out, and maybe you want to check out some of the stuff that I posted the spring just gone, sort of to get your brain sort of prepared for the next lawn care season when we get to March time, April time next year. If you check out some of those videos, you can get a few ideas, make a few notes, and if you start at the right time, you do the right things at the right time, then your lawn is going to get off to a flying start in 2026. So finally, thanks for watching.